Okay, GXG versus FAV right now. Yami will come out instead of Shiking. We're gonna ban Goldman and Opera Singer here, as it does seem like the Priestess and the Fire Investigator will be banned. Forward is coming out first here. It seems alongside with Mech, not too much of a bad pick, but like from both sides here, we're currently on an even playing ground because game 1 was 7-2, game 2 was 2-7. So by technicality right now, the points is like on par, so it's currently 9-9 for both sides. Unless GXG and FAV tie here again, with points we'll move on towards extra rounds, but Entomologist becoming the next ban here. Yami might want to try Bonbon out here. From what I'm seeing, the Entomologist ban is either Bonbon or Wax Artist, and that's kind of his two signature hunters too. But with that, Aeroplanist will become the last ban here. Not a bad ban for Bonbon and Sculptor, mind you. But Yami doesn't play Sculptor, so it's going to be Seer coming out instead. What I would like to say here is, like, another way to counter this here is Flywheel, Knee-Jerk Reflex. Sorry, my bad. This isn't even Seer, that's Patient. Another way to counter the Patient is Warp. Right, so Yami here could just run Bonbon with Warp, and I do think this team would be in a pretty devastating state as long as Yami is able to land those bombs. But like, we have seen Yami play Bonbon the last time against, I guess it was against a Seer the last time, but like this time there's no Seer, and the survivors aren't willing to pick a Seer. So at least Yami has some form of, well, no, Cypher is still doable with the mechanic. So do we want to try maybe and get Wax Artist out instead then, is what we're thinking here. It's just a lot to consider. It is really just a lot to consider here for Yami. But with the Hunter selection we go, who is it going to be? It is going to be Wax Artist. So we're going to go full on Wax Artist here just to try lock Cypher Machines on their side. On their side, let's say. On their side. Oh well, we'll just have to see what happens here. So it will be Namako, Nachi, Mime, and Emu. Mechanic are Geishas. We're going to be able to see Mercenary, not Mercy, oh my lord, forward in middle, Female Dancer Ash bottom, and the Patient on balcony. It's okay if it's spawn point, but Yami spawning on that side. Mech has a chance to hide her doll. If she hides it well, then Yami will take quite a while to actually find it. However, Warp Yami with no items left for Mech to contain. Quite a big issue. But the question now is, I mean, look, realistically speaking, Mech is a Marine Niche Reflex alongside with Flywheel, definitely, right? But from the other survivor side, 4 should be Flywheel, Female Dancer, probably Flywheel too because of drop down speed boost, and then I think Patient can bring Flywheel and Knee-Jerk Reflex. But it seems like we're just going to go triple Knee-Jerk Reflex. Okay, damn. No Flywheel at all. The Knee-Jerk Reflex is able to counter Wax Artist to a certain extent, right, by hiding corners on a map like this, but it is Warp with Wax Artist alongside with Trump Detention. We'll move on straight towards Game 3, first half then, between FAV versus GXG. Okay, let's see here. Yami, who are we going to go for first? It's going to be Namako here, who's not going to deploy the doll down, which isn't bad news as well, because we just don't want to give the presents. And potentially speaking, we want to use the doll to body block and maybe get on towards the tram too. But this will be a Traumatic Detention alongside with Max Powder Breaking and Rage. So we're going to try stop the stop the stuns as much as possible. However, we didn't really get the full lock on towards that window, so this might just be a little bit hard here for Yami to prevent Mech from rotating out. Right now, we're trying to make a loop across this area. Namako, we could just, drop. Oh, okay, never mind. The doll will stay in the same area as Mechanic here. Can we get a tower? Okay, we got a stun. That's good. And now, just trying to buy a tiny bit more time. Mech will have no Flywheel, unfortunately. So with this next Wax, we should be stunned. Yeah, we are 100% guaranteed to stun. That's going to be a window lock as well. Goodbye, Mechanic. We're not going to try give the Terror Shock because there's no need. However, there's a doll behind us as well, so let's just try pull the doll away as far as possible. It's unfortunate how Namako didn't manage to actually lock this area with that doll, but I guess it's also because of the fact that the pallet has been used, right? If the palette hasn't been used, it's a whole different story, but the palette has been used. So it's kind of why I prefer to use the doll first before dropping down the palette. For now, it is around 2.5 cypher, well, less than 2.5 cypher machines done. Forward will be forced to go around the long way. But mech with only half a doll remaining, you could potentially say that forward could pick it up and use it to decode as well, but it's just too much time wasted too. So with this in mind, I do think going for the cell isn't a bad idea, but forward will be forced to rescue here no matter what. We could try pull a ball in for forward. But okay, we are going to pull a ball in for forward a little bit later than I expected. But it is still a stun after all. So there is that. We're going to pull a really long ball right now just to allow mech to rotate out. There is a tram senpai nearby, but I mean, we have Titan, so you're not going to be able to get that through anyways. Patient is now coming near us as well. Potentially speaking, not body blocking, but just running away. And the Cypher machine near Patient is going to be locked as we saw where Patient is, so there is that too. Mech, trying to cut corners here as much as we can. We do not have any pallet drop down near middle. However, there is slow music boxes here for us to at least use for a while. That's also going to be another fast music box here used too, but for Mech... the good news is we're not max presence. The bad news is mech 68 stacks. I don't think we're going to be able to survive for any longer, especially with like a blob box ready to go as well. That's going to be pallet drop down and of course a mech stall on that side, but mech will go down. Mech will go down, yeah. And there's a doll nearby as well, so we could just... Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll just give the extra hit here for towards that doll, even though we're already max presence, which is fine. You just don't want survivors to use it. And now, female dancer, hello to you. Yami's doing really well with this wax artist. So, all things considered right now, music box, slow music box against the wax does work pretty well. However, you would like a fast music box too, just so you can dodge the wax a little bit easier. Right around now, you're around 44 stacks, and then female dancer is going to rotate out towards maybe balcony or double 11 near the graveyard gate. But oh yeah, we kind of rotated around. Yeah, we kind of rotated around here. Mine, that's going to be 100 stack. Can we get it? We got it. Okay, that's green pin for you then, I guess. And of course, the stacks here will come up pretty fast too. We're already at 76, and that's a good night for female dancer. 4.5 cypher machines done. That's the good news. The bad news is that remaining 41% cypher machine is going to be perma-locked because Mime is chaired near this area. Female dancer could potentially struggle free. That's a 4th struggle right now. 5th struggle, can we do it? A little bit, not enough, unfortunately. Wow, that's a long distance that we walked, but it just isn't enough. Nachi cypher machine will be locked here, alongside with female dancer cypher machine that could be locked as well. Oh, we didn't lock the cypher machine on. Oh, okay, fair enough. But I mean, you're gonna have to rescue here no matter what, right? So it seems like we just want to go for a double cypher machine decoding. I guess it works as well if you really want it to work, but we're going to lock forwards first. That's fine. So forward cypher machine isn't locked again, but we should try and lock patience here. So tram senpai coming in to help just for a tiny bit. Patient cypher machine being locked, it's okay because forward cypher machine is pretty slow, and I mean, Yami could break the pallet. Right, like all you need to do is to break the pallet, not the music boxes, because female dancer music boxes disappear, when she returns back to the main R2. So I mean, right about now, it's just up to how Yami wants to play this out too. We're gonna teleport straight towards Nachi first, so Yami is gonna guarantee at least a 3-man elimination game, even if Emu is able to pop open that cipher. However, we're currently 92 stacks, and yeah, cypher machine on the other right side is only 63%. And in a game like game 3, all surviving to do next game is to guarantee the tie. And of course, FAV survivors still have that embalmer too, so we're gonna have to see what Kotami decides to do for second half of game 3. It's gonna be pretty hard for us to actually win around that, but with this, it seems like Emu will be locked towards the corner, and without further ado, we're gonna speed things up. Emu did go down there. Let's move on straight towards second half. Well, the ban picks for the second half will be irohas coming out for the for the hunter side of GXG. It is now an Ivy Hullabaloo ban alongside with Goatman and Dreamwitch permaban. From the side of Survivor, Embalmer is not a bad pick. Embalmer is really not a bad pick, but if you want to Cypher Rush with a mechanic, that's also fine too. But you just have to be careful of mech counters like Wax Artist, I guess. But even so, you know what? But even so. What we do have to focus on here is a lot of distance pulling as well, but we do still need to try and counter that wax. So FAV now is just trying to think. We're going to go with Antiquarian and First Officer. But with those two being chosen, Wax Artist is such a nice target too. So if it's possible, we should try pick out a Prisoner as well, just so we can push the Cypher Machine even if it's locked. Right. Has the next ban has to be Seer, I guess. That's fair enough. So no Wax, no Wax Artist because of Seer ban, I guess. But you could also play Wax Artist even if you ban this here too. So it just depends on what survivors want to choose here for fourth pick. If you want to counter the Wax Artist, I'm just thinking here pretty hard. Psycho isn't a bad pick. Psycho isn't a bad pick for a team comp like this. But she can't pull distance against Wax Artist. But then what else is of a Hunter is there? Nightmare is an issue. Soul Weaver is an issue. Breaking Wheel. Is there a chance that Breaking Wheel will come out? Okay, we're just gonna go Fire Investigating instead. That's fine too. I was thinking more of the lines of like Solo Containment. Well, Solo Containment's the code teams instead of. Well, no, actually. You only need a one-man escape here for FAV. I just realized what I said. You need a one-man escape here for FAV. Because unless irohas can get a 4-man elimination, you're not moving on at all. So Night here will be the last one. Last pick can be Aeroplanist if you want to Cypher Rush. But I like Prisoner. I like Prisoner more on this map, I'd say. Yeah, I do like Prisoner more on this map. So Prisoner is kind of my thought process here. Maybe not Mech, right? Because yes, Mech can do quite a lot. But like you would like to at least push First Officer Cypher Machine to be finished. You don't even need to push First Officer Cypher Machine, but we're gonna go Aeroplane. Aeroplanist works as well. Look, if all goes well, all goes well. With that, let's move on straight towards the Hunters though. From the Hunter side, it's going to be Disciple and going for that 4-man elimination. A tiny bit. Well, it's really hard against a team comp like this, especially with Aeroplanist and Fire Investigator too. But I guess for Anna right now, it will be Anti-Current spawning by Gauge Shots First Officer in middle, alongside with the Fire Investigator at the bottom near School Gauge, and Felix here as Aeroplanist spawning in Balcony. For Anne, you could spawn at Tram Spawn or you can spawn at the entrance of Graveyard, but it seems like we're going to go for Tram Spawn here for irohas. I don't think this is really going to end well for GXG's Hunter, but we're just going to have to move on towards the game and see. For now, it will be a double Titan here on both the First Officer and the Anti-Korean, but Anti-Korean brought Flywheel as well, and double knee-jerk reflex here on Aeroplanist and Fire Investigator. This will be Trauma Detention alongside with Warp on Anne. We're going to move on straight towards the second half of game 3. Okay, final deciding round. Unless we get a 4-man elimination here, I don't think it's possible for us. Well, it is not possible for us to move on because we need to tie the games first. However, right now, Alpine becoming the first chase. We do see where the cats are going. However, the cats aren't just long enough to land on towards our Fire Investigator. If Fire Investigator wants to, he can put down a pallet and then put down another. Well, no, he's just going to put down the pallet first. That's also fine. I mean, that's also fine. You can use an airbag here, right, just to counter the Anne's jumps. Because Anne, if she chose out the cat and there is airbags, Fire Investigator could just get away. Ah, yes, that's what we were talking about. That's exactly what we were talking about, but Anne just didn't look. We're going to double back here for Aeroplanist. I mean, Aeroplanist wants you to chase after him, though. That's also a second point that we need to make. Aeroplanist needs your reflex here as well, so that's the Windows speed boost. And guess what? We have pew-pews. Not pew-pews. That's the wrong character. That's cheerleader. We have jetpacks. Sorry. That's still a normal hit. At least Warp has been forced out. We have 2 jetpacks and 1 hover remaining left on our hands to use. So this is all still really good news. Dacio on this side note though, as our first officer, that pallet has been dropped down just so then Felix can come back to take it. But I feel like for Felix now, right now, it's going to be 3 jetpacks just to get towards the graveyard. It's not a bad plan. And you know what? You've also created so much distance that when Anne vaults over the window, Felix is already so far away. So you definitely won't be able to catch up towards that Anne's radius. So right around now, it's going to be 2 Cypher Machines done cumulatively. So 2 Cypher Machines are currently done. 1 fully done and the other 2 at 60% plus. And we're just going to hover out of this area and create even more distance. Anne could try jump here. But knee-jerk reflex is an issue. Yeah, knee-jerk reflex is an issue here. So we're going to be able to pull distance once again as Zanelli comes in to support. We do see Antiquarian just trying to provide a tiny bit. That's good pushback. And when, okay, Anne throws out the cats here. Antiquarian can, yeah, well, what I was more looking at is Antiquarian will throw it out when the cat is near Felix. Right, but I guess it works either way. You know what? It works either way. So 3 Cypher Machine is done from the survivors fully. The 4th Cypher Machine has already been started, and the 5th Cypher Machine very soon too. So 32% is from Antiquarians. But yeah, Felix will go down here. I mean, that's fine. We see that Dachu's bringing items for Felix to use too, so it will be that elbow pad. So yeah, elbow pad will be brought over for the aeroplaners, and it's being placed next to the chair. It is being placed next to the chair, and the current will be the one that comes into. Did we have to rescue that early? I guess you could, because it's a 56% Cypher Machine decoding progress. However, as long as Felix just runs away here and saves that elbow pad, it's more than enough. Survivor knows this as well. The Cypher Machine is more than enough. The cat will stay there for a little bit. Antiquarian is not locked, so Antiquarian and First Officer can double decode that Cypher. That Cypher should be done on time, right? Because by the time we actually chair that aeroplane, the Cypher Machine will be at 80%. And then, like, for Appai right now, well, accelerated decoding starting in 15 seconds. Like, I mean, look. It's about to be like the moment Tie Turner comes out, it'll just be the conclusion here. We do still have to be a tiny bit careful. We do want to wait until the cat time is over as well. Very nice movement there by Dacho. The cat is gone. We're gonna be able to perform the rescue there, and that's a brilliant body block. Cannot really pop the Cypher Machine here, but at least the good news is that the Anticurrent is already near the gate. So as long as Felix runs away from the exit gate and tries to go for it, that's gonna be stunned. So okay, technical cooldown immediately. That's Felix going down. Pop open the Cypher Machine, and you have an elbow pad. And you have an elbow pad to go back straight towards Graveyard here. So you have quite a lot to work with at least. You do have quite a lot to work with here at least. So Felix, elbow pad we're looking for. That's no elbow pad out. So I guess now is the time. There we go. And it is going to be a 4. Oh, wait. We're teleporting over. Okay. I mean, FAV only needs a 1-man escape, so First Officer is just basically doing due diligence, yeah, with this. With that, hello to you. No hit there just yet, that's fine. And the gate is almost open. The gate is open now, and First Officer is also out. So I congratulate the 4-man escape here from the side of FAV. Congratulations, that's a 10-point difference. And we move on straight towards the next matchup.